Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining us on the News 12 FastCast. It's 11:50 on our Wednesday, May 15th. We start off in Augusta, where officials cut the ribbon for the reopening of Piedmont's Somerville Hospital. The official reopening is tomorrow. Our Sydney Hood was there this morning and tells us what's new at this facility.
We're getting our first look inside Piedmont Somerville's hospital. It's set to officially reopen tomorrow morning at 7, but they hosted a ribbon cutting today to give folks a closer look at the services that are going to be offered. They'll have a 24-hour emergency department. They'll have about 15 beds in that emergency department, about 12 patient beds here, all to just expand services from that downtown location. We'll have more inside here and what other services will be offered. We'll bring in all that to you, all new at News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Okay, thanks, Sydney. The space had been used for the Augusta Tech Nurse Training Program. Now at 2 o'clock, President Dr. Brooks Keel will give the State of the University address at the Maxwell Theater on Somerville campus. Keel is said to highlight milestones from the last year, like the launch of Augusta University Online and plans for the future. Students will have to take standardized tests for admission to Augusta University again starting in the fall of 2026. The Georgia Board of Regents voted to again start requiring the tests at AU, Georgia State University, Georgia Southern, and Kennesaw State. Several colleges nationwide are restoring the requirement, many of which were dropped during the pandemic. Almost 30 students in Columbia County committed to joining the county as teachers once they graduate. It's an annual program aimed at combating the teacher shortage in the county. Our Nick Velan is at today's signing.
Well, here at Savannah Rapids Pavilion, there's going to be an event at 2 o'clock, which Columbia County will look to address the teacher shortage by signing on future educators. They plan to sign 29 students today. They have 471 total students in the program throughout all 4 years throughout the entire district. So all those are going to sign on to look to become future educators. All those 29 will have guaranteed interviews with the county after graduating college. They also will be celebrating their first year teachers here at Savannah Rapids Pavilion. They're also going to be giving out the Rookie of the Year. So out of all the first year teachers, they're going to award one the Rookie of the Year. It's always a good event. And all those first year teachers will also get to read a letter that they wrote to themselves at the beginning of the school year. We'll have all of this tonight at 6 o'clock on News 12.
Alrighty, thanks for that, Nick. Well, if you're in need of a job, the Richmond County School District Job Fair is still going on for the next hour or so. The job fair ends at 1 o'clock, so you do have a little time to get over there. It's at the Downtown Public Library on Telfair Street. They're hiring for multiple open positions for next school year. For a full list of openings, you can visit the school district's website. New this morning, the death of a Warrenville 3-year-old is under investigation after an accident at her home. The coroner's office says Jasmine Denise McKell died on Mother's Day after a bird bath fell on her. The Aiken County Coroner's Office, Sheriff's Office, and SLED are all investigating. An accused footlicker expected to be in court today. Corey Rollins is a former Glen Hills Elementary aide. He was arrested around this time last year for an alleged footlicking incident, then got arrested again while out on bond. Our Hallie Turner brings us up to speed before hitting the courtroom.
Corey Rollins has been behind bars in the Columbia County Jail without bond since May of 2023 after he was arrested and charged for allegedly asking a minor to show him their feet. This arrest came just 10 days after he was granted bond by a grand jury in Richmond County for 7 counts of child molestation. While the case is still pending, today at 2, we'll be in the courtroom as he faces a Columbia County judge to receive his sentence from his arrest on May 19th of 2023.
Alrighty, thanks for that, Hallie. A man charged with transporting stolen Masters merchandise and historical memorabilia is set to have an arraignment today. According to the charging documents, Richard Brendan Glebensky is accused of transporting the goods and merchandise from 2009 until about 2022. Glebensky was charged in the Northern District of Illinois, so that arraignment is set for 11 a.m. Central Time coming up here in the next 5 minutes, 12 o'clock Eastern. It's a day 43 years in the making in Warren County. The 1981 state championship winning girls basketball team will be recognized with a ring ceremony this afternoon. All 9 women from that team plan to be there. Georgia law actually doesn't allow schools to buy the rings, so Principal Roderick Hilton and his wife paid for them. Awesome gesture for some very deserving women. Alyssa Lyons will have more on that later this evening. Augusta Christian baseball has a chance to win back-to-back state titles tonight. Last night's game got rained out, so the Lions will head to Cardinal Newman, looking to close out that series tonight at 6. Wilson Donnelly threw a gem in Game 1, and the bats got hot at the right time for Augusta Christian. So here's a look at the updated baseball and softball playoff schedule for tonight. Like Augusta Christian, the Strom-Thurmond baseball team also over in Columbia. They're taking on Gray Collegiate. That's an elimination game with the winner advancing to the upper state championship. The North Augusta Lady Jackets softball team are trying to beat York for a spot in the Class 4A softball state semifinals. Then in Class 2A, Saluda is hosting Strom-Thurmond in an elimination game. Also happening this weekend, Harlem baseball takes on Cavalry Day as the Bulldogs look to repeat as state champs. Georgia Senator John Ossoff will be in Augusta on Friday. Wellstar MCG will be getting 2 new MRI suites at the hospital. Ossoff will also be at the airport for a ribbon cutting to celebrate the new terminal upgrades. Everything kicks off at 9:30. Don't forget, Georgians, you have today, tomorrow, and Friday to cast your vote early for the May primary. That election is next Tuesday. Early voting centers are open from 8:30 to 6 in Richmond County and 8 to 5 in Columbia County. You can find those locations and more details up on our website, wrdw.com. Thanks for watching this News 12 FastCast. News 12 Midday starts in less than 4 minutes. Until then, here's a look at your weather.